I live in Abbotsford, British Columbia. Actually, I was born in Bellingham, Washington, and searched all over for a wife in the United States and ended up in Canada. These are where the women are right here. So anyway, I'll just say that I didn't want to hear these guys. You know, somebody invited me to one of their concerts in Alder Grove. And they said, why don't you come along? And it was Saturday. And I said, no, you know what? I'm tired and it's been a big week. And I just like to sit at home. And they persuaded me to do it anyway. And I think there were skid marks all the way to Alder Grove. But anyway, when these guys started singing, it was unbelievable. You know, what a sound. And not only that, I mean, there's a lot of good singers out there, but you got to know the Lord to sing the songs that they do and sing with that much meaning. You have to know who you're talking about, and these guys do. And so I just want to give you all of my blessing, you guys. And I got one more concert with you, and then you're going to give me the boot. You know, I had to twist their arm a little bit. I said, you can use a bus if you let me sing. But they wanted me to say a little bit about myself, and something that I don't like to do much. I haven't done much of it. But I'll tell you how I came to know the Lord. And I was raised in a very strict Christian family in Linden, Washington. And I'm really thankful, first of all, for my Christian background. And that my folks wanted to give me that, because it gave me something to fall back on later on, after I had wandered away. And so I want to say that ahead of everything. I'm not criticizing my parents, but I want to say that somehow along the line, I got the idea that God was a heavy-handed God. And I missed that loving part. And the more I tried to do it, the further back I got, and it was getting to be, well, what's the use anyhow? I'm a salesman by trade, and I was coming back from Victoria, because I had Vancouver Island as one of my sales territories. And things had gotten really bad. And my wife, she didn't know what to do. I was very depressed. I felt this load. It just was so heavy, you know. And so I was coming back from this trip, and this trip didn't help me any either. I'm telling you, it was the worst trip I've ever been on. It was terrible. And I'm not proud of some of the things I did on that trip either. But all to say that it was God's grace and His mercy that brought me to the point where I heard this program on the radio. I don't know why I was scanning through, and it was Calvary Radio 550 in Blaine, and they had on the Haven Arrest. How many of you know the Haven Arrest? And Ray Orton said, you know, folks, you know, he pinpointed this where I was, and he said, stay tuned, we're going to come back, and after this little break, we're going to have a prayer for you folks. And I thought, you know what, what do I got to lose? And so he came back on the air, and I wheeled the car off the road. And he prayed, and you know what? I prayed with him, and I just, somehow or another, there was a miracle that happened there. And I met the Lord face to face, and I saw His love. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. And got back in my car, and I was whistling down the highway. Put on some gospel music, by the way. No, I didn't have any gospel music in my car at the time. But anyway, I got home, and Tina said to me, you know, what happened to you? And I said, Tina, this is what happened to me. And of course, she was quite happy. And all to say is that, you know, it wasn't smooth and on and roses and all that stuff. Fought a lot of battles, personal battles and so on, but you know what? Most of those are won with keep my hand in His. I've lost a few, but you know what? Most of them I won. And I praise His name for that today. I'm a new man, I'm a new dad, and what can I say? I'm going to sing a song for you called Thanks to Calvary.
To that same old crowd.